Hello beautiful people, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I feel the need to talk about forgiveness. I don't know if that's weird, but something happened over the weekend that brought me to this video that, made me feel the need to make this video. Now, I've not always been a very forgiving person. I wanted to be, but the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. So I have not always, maybe I could forgive, but forgetting is where I have a problem. And if it happens once, I feel the need to make sure it doesn't happen again. So I feel like that kind of like made me lead my life with a chip on my shoulder, or not bearing grudges per se, but just that need to not be that person, to not look stupid in front of some kind of situations that I feel like I should have known better. So I was really hard on myself, and I came off as not very forgiving. So, and for that, I saw a lot of quotes, the quotes that says letting go, forgiveness is not something you do for others, but you do for yourself. And most times when I read all those quotes, I'm like, if only you know what the person did. But at some point in my life, I realized that I was looking at it all wrong, right? So there were three things that helped me personally become more forgiving. Let me use the word forgiving. So, and those are the things that I want to share with you guys in this video, because, the quotes really didn't do it for me. Like, I knew forgiveness was something that was good, something that should be done. We should forgive, like our Heavenly Father forgives us and all that, but it's often easier said than done. And for me, there are things that I forgive without even thinking about it, because there are things that don't really get to me. You might think it would, but then it doesn't. But there's always one thing that I just couldn't forgive, and that's when people make promises and they don't live up to it. Because I don't like people making me promises, right? I don't like it. I've been disappointed. I've experienced disappointment, a certain level of disappointment in my life. So I don't like it. It's something I don't like. So whenever people open their mouth and I sense that they're about to make a promise, I often try to stop them. Like, you don't need to. But some people just can't help it. They just feel that need to be extra. And then at the end of the day, they don't live up to it. Now, those are the things that I have mostly found very difficult to forgive, right? So, but there are different things that, I guess the older you get, the more experiences you have, the more your outlook changes on life. So there are three things that kind of helped me try to change my perspective of people and of situations. And that kind of made things a whole lot easier for me in the forgiveness department. Now, the first thing was, please, before I get to it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please help my ministry. Please hit the red subscribe button if you want to. If you feel like, you want to see more of me, turn on notifications so you get notified when I drop new videos. And give this video a like and share it. Please share this video if you feel like it. I really appreciate that. So now let me get into the first thing that helped me in the forgiveness department. The first thing was understanding that I am not a victim. Looking at myself in any situation, even when I feel like I have been wronged, even when I feel like you really took it too far, I had to stop looking at myself like a victim. Yes, you wronged me. Yes, you made me a promise. I chose to believe you. I mean, it kind of changes things up a little bit, because you can't have it both ways. If you're somebody that really, if you want to not have this victim mentality, people are going to have a hard time convincing you about the things that they promise or the things that they say. So you can't have it both ways. Because you're trying to protect yourself now, because you're trying not to get to that level where it's like, I can't forgive you. People are going to have a harder time convincing you about the things they say and the things they do and all that. So it's now left for you to choose the one that works better or the ones that, carries more weight for you. For me, when you make promises to me, I look at you. In my mind, I know that, life can be unpredictable sometimes. You might have the best intentions. So now I try to focus on the intentions behind the things that you say, other than the things that you say that you're going to do. I know there's a very high chance that you might end up not doing it, but what counts for me these days is the thought behind it. So whether you end up doing it or you don't do it, it's good. It's alright. I'm not a victim. I'm not going to be that person that was really hoping that you would do it. And then when you don't do it, I feel like, why did you even have to open your mouth even when I asked you not to? So this kind of like helped me massively in the forgiveness department. It really did. Once I changed my mindset, once I changed my mind from the way I see the things that people do. When somebody lies to me, I look at it, why? Why did you lie to me? Most times people tell lies for the most stupid reasons. Then I look at you, what you did, kind of like, the thing is, depending on what you lie about, you might end up losing value to me. If I held you at a very high pedestal before, there are some lies you tell, you step down, like really down. So I'm not going to hold on grudges and not forgive you and say, but the thing is, you don't hold that much value to me anymore because you're not what I thought you were. But do I forgive you? I forgive you. You're a human being. You're not perfect. But at the same time, you shouldn't be there. You should be here. So that, because here, people can do things because they are the down people, they can do things, right? They can tell lies because most times when you hold people at a very high esteem, put them on that high pedestal, like you feel, you look at them and you see perfection, you see them in a certain light. It's always very difficult when they show you a side of them that is not what you think of them. It's very difficult for you to comprehend. It's very difficult for you to, you often find yourself saying stuff like, how could you of all people, he's still a person, he's still a human being. The fact that he's whatever does not still change the fact that he's a human being and he's not perfect and he's never going to be perfect. So managing your expectations with people goes a long way in helping you be more forgiving. Now the second one that helped me a great deal was understanding that we all have flaws. I have flaws too. And there are times when I've done things to people that I might not, when I was doing it, I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal, but then I do it. And so the person is like, how could you? So if I expect other people to forgive me, if I expect other people to, look at me and know that I'm a human being, I'm not going to be perfect. There will be times when I'll make mistakes. I should also have that room for other people as well, to know that other people are not perfect. There will be times when they will make mistakes. And there will be times when they will not live up to my expectations of them. So these, knowing that me too, I'm not perfect. I will wrong other people. I will do things to other people. I always have the best intentions, but intentions are not actions. That's just the truth. I might have the best intentions. I do things that I feel like is going to be best for you or best for me, depending on the situation, and then it turns out that it's something that hurts you. I would expect you to forgive me. So if I can expect that from other people, why can't I give it? So mostly it was about shifting my perspective. So for me, that really changed things drastically, because knowing that there will be times when I myself would also be that person that hurt somebody, or that said something that wasn't appropriate, or did something that, just knowing that I'm not perfect, right? Nobody should expect me to be. So, and I'm also going to try not to expect other people to be. So that helps me. That went a long way in helping me be more forgiving, and knowing that at the end of the day, you're a human being, right? But this still goes back to not having that huge expectations when it comes to people and the things they are going to do. Also has a lot to do with control. Don't try so hard to control situations, to try to see the end before the beginning, to envision things, put people in a box, or in, this thing that you believe that this is how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be. Then you're going to be disappointed. That's just the truth. Life is not like that. People are not supposed to be like that. People always surprise you. People will always shock you. So just try as much as possible to hold your heart, so that when it happens, your heart doesn't fall off, or you don't just get to be like, how could you of all people, like, calm down. It's going to go a long way helping you be more forgiving. It works for me. I feel like if you also put it into practice, it might also work for you as well. So the last one on my list is knowing that karma is real. Knowing that karma is real. Because there have been times when I felt like people wronged me in the worst way possible. And, I was hurt. But after a while, I was able to let it go. And a few years later, few months later, I hear some news about these people, and I'm like, I try not to be happy that that's happening to them or that. But it makes me know that karma is real. And most times when you're really holding on to, what they did, what she did, and you're so close to the situation, you're so close to, when karma can be explosive sometimes. Just try to not get hit in the head by, something that karma blew out of when it's. So back to what I was saying, basically, is knowing that karma is real. He knows everybody. She knows everything. Yeah, karma is a girl. She knows everybody's address. You don't necessarily have to be karma. You don't have to be karma because karma is already real. And it comes when it comes. What goes around comes around. All these things, they sound like quotes and stuff, and you're like, when will it be? Because most times people wrong you, and then you're still looking at them, waiting for when karma will come and, cut their head or something. But it's like they keep doing well. It's like they have a perfect life. And you, the person holding on, waiting for karma to come and do its job, is the one deteriorating. You're the one. Because the truth is, unforgiveness, holding grudges, will destroy you because it's inside of you. That thing that you're holding in against that person is keeping you up at night. The person is sleeping peacefully in his or her house. I know you've heard it before, and sometimes you're so angry that you don't know how to just breathe and just let it go. But start thinking of yourself. Start thinking of all the things, all the good things that you would miss out on if you're too busy being stuck in that situation. Just know that karma is real. Karma does not have a timetable, time frame. You don't know when it will come, but surely it will come. You don't know where it's going to come from. People might portray their life as perfect out there, but the truth is, inside life, nobody really knows. So don't worry, you've been wronged, you've been, I'm not saying just wake up tomorrow and say, oh, I'm forgiven, I'm now forgiven. And just because mine wasn't just, I'm forgiven. And it's always very difficult when people don't ask you for that forgiveness, when people don't acknowledge that they wronged you, when people don't, try to see from your own perspective. It's always very difficult and you feel like you have to hate them. And the worst kind of people are those people that will do something wrong to you, come out tomorrow and start talking to you like y'all are still buddies, like nothing happened. For those types of people, if you could just open up your mouth and tell and say, see, come, I saw what you did. This was what you did. This is what it was. And this is the outcome of it. I'm not going to hold on to it or hold it against you. But at least now I know who you are. I forgive you. But don't come here and start acting no, don't do that. I know what it is. I forgive you, but don't you for a second think that, okay, because we're friends or because of whatever, that you did not do something wrong to me, because you actually did. Look them in the eye and tell them that you know what they did and that you forgive them, even though they did not ask you for that forgiveness, and let it go. But be careful. If that person is your friend and they did some betrayal, sneaky shit, be careful with them. Even if you want to keep keeping them as friends, be careful. But if you don't want to keep them as friends, you want to love them from afar, you want to still be able to help them from afar, to be able to still talk nice about them and all that. If we want to do it from afar, it's perfectly okay, it's fine. You come first. You put yourself first. So for me, these are the three things that has helped me massively, because forgiveness is a big deal. It's a big deal. It can either make or break you as a person. You're carrying all that grudge, that chip on your shoulder. You often make decisions and choices based on the wrong things, based from a place of hurt. When you make choices and decisions from a place of hurt, it doesn't always end well. So it goes a long way, and that's why I felt the need to make this video. So these are the things that has helped me, and I would also want to know for you, what's your journey with forgiveness been like? Like, are there things that has also helped you that you feel like other people should know about, that I personally should know about? Because it's still a journey. It's not as if these days things happen and I forgive you. No, there are still times when I'm like, really? But then it doesn't drag on. It's not something that, like before, when it's like a big, these days I'm like, and then I remember that I'm still a human being. So just leave rude. Let me see that. It's okay, fine. And I try not to think about it or let it be that now. But there are people that once they cross a certain line, you guys give them space. That's just the truth. So, but you can still love people from afar, care about people from afar, be kind to them from afar, help them from afar. Don't necessarily have to. But forgiveness is very necessary for your well-being, not just for the other person, but for you. Because Life is short. You don't want to live it having to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. So that's my 2 cents. So my two. But yeah, those are the things that has helped me, and I hope that they also help you as well. So please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, it will really mean the world to me if you could hit the red subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can be notified when I drop a new video. Because I want you to come back and see more of my videos. Give this video a like if you liked it, and share with your friends, your family, other people that you feel that they should see it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.